Well, it's a sunny Sunday afternoon, and I wanted to spend the time making a wicking bed for some strawberries that I got my hands on. So since I'll be doing this, I thought, let me take you guys along. Right, before I begin, there are certain things that I need to mention first. One, sorry, love, but this table is really, really filthy, and I know you're going to say, well, what will the people think? And hopefully they'll think that I'm too busy to clean the table, but in actual fact, I just forgot. Number two, I did not come up with this idea. This was actually an idea that I got from Rob Bob's urban farming channel. He's a very cool guy. He grows a hell of a lot of food in his own backyard, and I'll post a link to his channel in the description below. Thirdly, this does involve some power tools, but it's actually very easy to do. If you're anything like me, I love growing stuff. I love plants. But one of my big problems is I often forget to water them. So basically this design helps someone grow something and keeping the soil moist and well saturated the whole time. So the idea is very simple. You have a reservoir at the bottom of a container which is filled with water. You have your soil on top, and through capillary action, or is it capillary action? I don't know, but that word. Water seeps up through the soil from the bottom and, soaks the soil in the container. Right, so I'm going to start with this. Those of you with pools will recognize this thing. It's a normal chlorine bucket that the chlorine comes in, and this is what we're going to use. And we need to make some holes. Now, where's my drawer? Yeah, something that I also forgot to mention. At one company that I worked, I actually got banned from using power tools, and my DIY skills are, how can I put this, dangerous at best. So this is either going to go very right or very wrong. Why you no work? Okay, it works. Got one of these little hole saws. Hole saws. Is it a hole saw? Yeah, I think it's a hole saw. I'm using this one. This is a 20mm hole. So I'm picking a spot roughly there. It's about, what, 5-10 centimeters from the bottom. Something you've got to remember, water can only wick up to about 30 centimeters in good soil. Now the idea is I'm going to drill a hole here, water can remain in the bottom, soil's going to go on top, and it's going to wick up from there. So it's... Something is off with this thing. Fuck. You know what helps if you don't put your drill bit in skew? Okay, now just for good measure, I'm going to drill another one. Yeah, that looks about right. Fuck, man. Remember to hold on to the bucket. So, next thing we're going to do. You can deburr this thing, but normally it's... this is quite nicely cut. Some people say you have to drill, if you drill through something like this, you have to drill in reverse. I've tried this. It ends badly for me, because the drill bit tends to climb off the drill. We don't talk about this. Right, next thing I'm going to do, I've got hold of this old pool pipe, which is all broken and stuffed, but not useless. So we're going to stuff this in the bottom. Weet jy, my oupa het altyd gesê met geweld kan jou vinger en jou poppel afbreek. Okay, so this is what we got. We got this pool hose at the bottom of the bucket, and this is actually going to end up being our reservoir. But the next thing we need to do is we need to kind of, well, plug up these holes. Kind of. So I dug up this piece of cloth. When I say dug up, I stole it out of the laundry room. Yes, dear, these are your scissors, okay? I'm borrowing them. And I will put them back. Now, I know what you're thinking. If this is going to be resting in water, then this cloth is going to rot away. Now, yeah, you can use stuff like shade cloth if you want. That'll work quite well. But I'm probably going to redo this in about a year's time, so I don't really care. Right, there's my piece of cloth cut. Ek het kleur te skool gedryp, okay? That looks a bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this over the inside of our holes here to stop the sand from running out. Use some silicone. I don't know. You can tell I'm not very good at this DIY thing. So still. I suppose hot glue or something would work better, but frankly, I don't care. Alright, that's stuck on. So the next thing we need to do is we need to fill up to this line with sand. Now, I've got some builder's sand lying in my front yard here because we built a wall. But you can pretty much use any sand. I wouldn't go bigger than normal pool filter sand, but you know, you can use that, you can use play sand, you can use anything. So why do I say use sand? Well, this area at the bottom is going to lie in water constantly, so it's going to become anaerobic. And if you're putting soil in here, it means that, well, the soil has a lot of organic compounds, bits of twigs and, you know, leaves and other things, organic material. And unfortunately, whenever you combine organic material and an anaerobic environment, you get something called pythium. And pythium loves these conditions. And pythium causes root rot. So that is something I really want to stay away from. So the sand has no organic material in it, and therefore should work fine. This is going to take forever. Break up any clots around here. Okay, now your aim is to get the sand above the lines where your drainage lines, or drainage holes. Let's test this, see if it works. Okay, if you're going to work with water, move the electrical stuff. Okay, seems to be working. So if you look here, our water is draining out of our holes here. So this will basically keep a constant level within the bucket. Right, next thing we're going to do, we're going to fill this up with soil. Now, where do you get soil? Well, soil, you can either get some good potting soil. I actually make my own soil mix. So I get this stuff I get out of my worm farm. Yes, I have a worm farm. I farm with worms, and it makes wonderful, rich soil. Okay. There we go. Okay, now we need to plant up. Okay, now we need to plant our strawberries. Hey, worm cocoon, cool. So we take our first up punnet. Just open these roots up a bit. When you're planting strawberries, it's very important not to stick the crown, which is the leafy bit where the leaves grow out of underground. Okay, let's try this one. This one's actually started to become a bit root bound. Just loosen the roots a bit so they can dig nicely into the soil. We make a hole, stick the strawberry in. There we go. Hey, cool, 3 strawberry plants. It's a baby. All nice and comfy. Give it a good watering again. And this time I really want to soak the bucket. I feel like someone watching The Witch's Brew. Okay, the reason I like doing it this way is, well, firstly, your plants always have water. Constantly, you're not overwatering them. It's just as much water as the soil can hold, while still allowing good airflow within the soil itself. Secondly, you don't have to water as much. This uses a lot less water than growing straight in the ground or growing in normal containers, because all you really have to do is you fill up until you see the water coming out, and bang, yeah, got your reservoir there, that soaks it up. Well guys, I know this video was very different from my normal stuff, but hope you enjoy. If you want to see more stuff of what I do in the garden itself, just let me know. You can either tell me in the comments below, or you can send me a message either on Facebook or on Twitter, or just drop a comment. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking there. Show that like button some love if you actually enjoyed the video, and you can check out all my social media crap linked down in the description below. Now I'm going to sit here and slowly watch the water drain out. Have a good one. Cheers. I spent way too much time in the dating scene, and I used to have, let's say, a lot of trouble getting women to notice me. But then I discovered a few tricks. Let's say you add a bri and you ask your host or hostess for a knife because you need to cut the meat. They will bring you the knife, and when they hand it to you, they will tell you with a straight face, be careful. It's very, very sharp.